Hi guys, hallo von Berlin, my new home, yeah. So for those of you guys who don't know me, I'm Jen and I'm an expat living from Berlin. As you can tell by my accent, I'm American and I had moved from San Francisco to Berlin last year in November. I come from San Francisco, and San Francisco likes to think that it's the center of the universe, but it's really not. So I want to explain a little bit about why I'm here. So I wanted to move here a long time ago. When I first visited in 2014, I totally fell in love with Berlin on my first visit. But my mom was really sick with cancer. So I wanted to be there for my family in San Francisco and stay in my hometown. However, sadly, last year we lost my mom to cancer. This is my mom and dad, and my mom's name is actually Juli, which is spelled Juli, like July in German. So I think I'm meant to be here. So after I lost her last year, I decided I needed to start a new chapter of my life, and I wanted to live out my dream of being here. I am just spreading my wings in Berlin. I want to share with everybody why I am so in love with living in Berlin, so keep watching. One of the reasons why I love Berlin so much is it really knows how to have fun. I mean, like, look at this. The Fernsehturm, the TV tower, which is one of the symbols of Berlin, is literally a giant disco ball. I mean, look at it. Berlin is a really big party city. I mean, you can actually go inside a club on Friday and not leave until Monday, and that's kind of normal-ish. Berlin is a city for the people where you can really express yourself, no matter what you're into, no matter what your personality is. Just check out these examples of people expressing themselves, really. This is how Berlin is. Something I really appreciate about Berlin is its raw edginess. There's edginess all over the city, and it's juxtaposed between really elegant, nice buildings and then this raw, gritty edginess with street art everywhere. There's art all over the place here, even in front of businesses like the skate hall. There's such cool street art all around. I love that art is still alive in Berlin, and there's a lot of live music and artists all over the streets in different stations and in different popular places like Mauerpark. You'll see singers, buskers, and you get pretty much live concerts everywhere when you're out in Berlin. It's amazing. I love that in Berlin on Sundays, all over the city, there are these Flohmarkts, which is flea markets, popping up all over the city where you can buy vintage items, handcraft goods, eat food, drink beer, listen to music, get some records, all this amazing old school stuff from Germany that you can get. It's really cool. I mean, check it out here. There's even a wig that you can get, an old school head. Why not? And this is at Mauerpark in Prenzlauer Berg. This is one of the most famous flea markets in all of Berlin. And you can see over there, there's the TV tower, the Fernsehturm. One of the greatest things about Berlin is all this green. Look all around me. Woohoo! Just look at all this greenery down the street. It's endless. I especially love how child-friendly Berlin is. There's parks all over the city. every little neighborhood, every little pocket, there's always parks available for people and the kids to play. Although Berlin is a big city, it very much has a small town feel. I guess I would describe it as a bunch of towns and small cities combined into one big one. That's really how Berlin feels, because there's all these neighborhoods, these Bezirks and these Kiezes, and each one has a slightly different vibe. I feel right at home in Berlin because it's a very multicultural city, or as we call it here, multiculti. In the background, right behind me, is a place that serves doner kebabs, which are super delicious and really the unofficial food of Berlin. There's a third of the population here with immigrant backgrounds. A lot of them are Turkish or Middle Eastern. There's Polish people here, Italians, people from all over Europe, and Vietnamese as well. For me, I feel right at home because I grew up in Chinatown of San Francisco, so I'm used to seeing a lot of different cultures around and tasting the different foods. Here we have an Italian restaurant, and across the street we have a Middle Eastern restaurant. We also have a lot of Vietnamese too. Vietnamese people here are the largest Asian immigrant population. This is a very livable city because there's a very well-connected transportation system. What you see here is the S-Bahn of Berlin, which are the local trains that get you around. And then swinging over here, we have street trams. And then over here, we have the U-Bahn station. Here we are at the U-Bahn station. U-Bahn stands for Unterbahn, which is the underground train system of Berlin, which is like a subway or metro, comparable in other cities. What's amazing is that public transportation is very affordable in Berlin. For under €3, you can get from the airport to the city center. And also, it's very bike friendly. As you can see here, there's bike lanes for people to get around, and it's just really bike friendly, and the transportation system is really impressive. Berlin is huge, so it's important that there's a good transportation system. Another selling point of living in Berlin is that it's very connected and there are cheap flights everywhere. It's easy to get, pretty much all over the world, and within Europe, travel is very, very cheap. Just a few weeks ago, I flew to Romania for 60-something euros only. All right, we've arrived at Schönefeld, one of 2 airports in Berlin. So many places to go. All right, I'm taking off soon. So, as we say in Germany, Auf Wiedersehen, which means basically till we see each other again. I hope I've inspired you to come check out Berlin and give it a visit. All right. Tschüss, auf Wiedersehen.